Hey, Julie. Thanks for inviting me to join you today in the Global XR Academy. I'm excited to hear what you guys are up to and everything going on here in this space. So, why don't we start first with tell me what is Global XR Academy and what you do. And remember, this event that we are in right now is live, and before us are a bunch of users in the Infiniverse uh, watching us up on a screen. So wave to everybody. Hi
Hello, users
everyone.
of the Infiniverse.
And they are joining
Welcome.
they are joining us where we actually have an office for VedX that is in a city. So and then we of course you guys have set your office up too in the Global XR Academy in the Infiniverse, so people can swing by swing by there and check out your information. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Why don't you
That's
tell
fine. I'm
us?
buying up apartments left and right, Jay. It's all good.
Okay. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Global XR Academy again, and then what you guys do?
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for joining me today, Jay. And I'm really excited about the sort of reach that we can have with a video like this, reaching folks who check out VetX. So thanks for sharing that space and that platform. Yeah. So the Global XR Academy, our space here is obviously a beautiful winter wonderland. Um, which is nice year round, I think. Um, and it's to sort of celebrate the folks who come and use the Global XR Academy marketplace. Fundamentally, that's what we are. We are a marketplace to connect learners and educators through XR experiences. Um, so if
So
you're a
let me
learner,
sorry, let me
oh,
pause
go
you
ahead.
there real quick.
Sure.
When you say marketplace, so if I'm Oregon State University and I have a robotics class in XR, then I can find that class on your website?
That's the goal. Those are the sorts of classes that we want to have more of on our
Mm-hmm.
site.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so if you're an institution or you have a pilot program that you're running at your school, you can put that program up on the marketplace to reach a wider global audience. Hence the global in our Global XR Academy
Got it.
name. Um, but yeah, so if you want to have a further reach, a wider reach, then um, outside state lines or even outside
Mm-hmm.
the country if you want to have international students.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the marketplace is a really great way to do that.
Got it. All
And the
right.
same for students. If you are a student in whatever country or whatever location and you're
Mm-hmm.
looking for a particular program, the marketplace, the GXRA marketplace, and you can find that and you can study with like-minded students from around the world and with some of the best instructors around the world teaching these courses. And so that's the real power of not just the marketplace, but
Uh-huh.
just the potential of XR in general.
Got it. Well, that's pretty exciting. So help me understand a little bit more in terms of if I'm a student, I enroll. What about if I'm a teacher or institution? Like, how do I interact with the Global XR Academy?
Up in the marketplace, if a student expresses interest in taking the classes that we have to offer,
Mm-hmm.
um, they sign up through the marketplace and then they're directed to the institution to deal with all of the logistics and the paperwork the same way that you would otherwise. It's one more step
Mm-hmm.
that we add. That one more step means a global reach.
Hmm. So there's a way for me if I'm running my own XR course as a teacher, there's a way for me then to partner with the XR Academy and make revenue for that course.
Yeah, I mean, we can throw around the word side hustle because that's been a buzzword for the past few
Mm-hmm.
years, right? You could have a side hustle, or it could be an entire career
Yeah.
of creating your own courses. And this could be like a new course that you decide to create because you realize the marketplace is out there.
Uh-huh.
Or it could be an existing course that you've already taught and you've had like positive experiences with that you want to share. Um, the sky's the limit in terms of of reach, and I think the audience is that's the most important part of the marketplace if you're an educator, and it's is you can just
Okay.
reach more
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Well, let's go look at the portal doors you had mentioned a little bit earlier. So, can you show me those?
Yeah, follow me across the bridge and try not to get sucked up in the
Okay.
vortex.
So, inside of here, these portal doors, as we're walking, if you want to just kind of start telling me about them.
Sure. So if you look at the doors once we get in this section, you'll see some of the folks that we partner with, or some of the institutions
Mm-hmm.
and organizations that you could find if you were going to the GXRA website, globalxracademy.org.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um, and so you'll see, obviously, I'm looking at VEDX, so there's a lot of collaboration with VEDX, obviously.
Uh-huh.
But some of the others that we have, body swaps, that's another, if you want to follow me over here,
Uh-huh.
body swaps is another company that includes XR experiences on the GXRA marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Similarly, we've got,
So this is sort of the App Store in the App Store, and I think
yeah, yeah,
Infiniverse users watching this today will be very familiar. They can see Multiverse, the app there. If I go
yep,
in there, actually right now, if I go through that door, I'm going to end up in my home room connected, and I don't have to leave the apps. I'm just traveling between apps, really creating the Multiverse experience. So, and there I can then travel off to something else. So that's it. It's pretty exciting to see these things come together. Let's go look at the conference room you had talked about earlier too.
sure, let's do.
So this XR Academy space that we're in,
Mm-hmm.
if I enroll in one of your marketplace classes on the web and I start taking that class, I can also come here now anytime because that gives me access to this space.
Yeah, and you should. Because if you do go back up and you go up into that vortex,
Uh-huh.
ooh, I'm
Oof.
getting turned around here. ah, then you can access a bunch of different games and lots
Mm-hmm.
of cool social spaces. Sorry
Okay.
about that. I got turned around.
That's okay. I see the basketball there. That's a fun social
Definitely played
space.
some basketball earlier.
And then the avatar dressing room. It's very cool.
Very cool.
And the Kanban room. Making projects and using sticky notes. All right. Of course, the feedback room. Excellent. What's this private room?
Dun, 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 dun. Well, it looks like a big fire pit.
Ha! Funny. So if I go in here, then you can't hear me. Then is that right? Evidently, that's right. Now she can hear me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, because I'm in there.
Okay, so the private room looks like it walls you off from the public space. That's very cool. Like if I wanted to have a conversation with a teacher, then I could go in
Dun, dun,
there.
dun, dun.
All right.
All right, so we're going to turn left here. Turn left before Aurora Auditorium.
Into the
We'll come
conference
into the
room.
space.
All
Yeah,
right.
into the conference
I'm
room.
gonna take a seat.
Please do.
I've got my pointer ready. Oop.
All right. Go over just a little bit here. Perfect. I'm going to adjust my podium height. Bring it down a little bit. Great. So here we are in
Ooh,
our
double
conference
pointers.
room. You'll see the nice GXRA, Global XR Academy presentation up there on the screen.
Got it. If you can speak just a little louder, having a little trouble hearing you over here.
Sure, I'll try to shout. It's just us in here, so I won't scare anybody right now. All right, give me 1 second.
Yep. This is live, so everybody watching understands that there are some hiccups when you're watching uh, a live recording in an event.
Always. That's how life goes. All right. So I'm just going to get started, I think, with the presentation that I've prepared.
Yeah, let's.
Um,
I want to see how the presentation works as a teacher if you were presenting to me, etc. So that's great.
I want to see how the presentation works as a presenter, Jay. So there we go. All right. So the first things first, I want to thank anyone who's watching for the interest in finding out more about Global XR Academy. I assume that's why you're here. My name's Julie McGeorge. I'm one of four female co-founders, along with VetX, and I'm Chief Operating Officer of Global XR Academy, or GXRA, as we affectionately call it. You'll hear us interchange GXRA and Global XR Academy. I'm happy to give a brief introduction and an overview of GXRA, including what we do, who we are, and what our mission, vision, and values are as a growing startup. Let me move to the next slide here. All right.
All right.
So
So,
first things first, let's
oh,
let's
sorry,
talk a little bit about what Global XR Academy
Julie, can you
actually
hear me?
does. Yeah, can you hear
Oh,
me?
okay. Yep. Got you loud and clear. No, this is
All right,
very cool. I
wonderful.
love that you can do the presentation and stuff. Can you show me a little bit more on the sure, on the board? So as a teacher, I'm looking at this board. This is the board you see.
Oh yeah, this is great. And you can just use
Uh-huh.
uh your trigger here
Uh-huh.
to adjust the podium height. Woo!
Okay.
I'm very tall now. Or bring it down.
Right on.
So
And
that's cool.
then
And then you can see up here, um, this has been input as a PDF. So initially
uh-huh.
it's just a Canva presentation,
Mm-hmm.
downloaded, and then downloaded as a PDF, and then uploaded here
Got
in
it.
the file.
Very cool. And this 3D thing, I can put like 3D models in there to display in the middle and then videos, it looks like.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do, and it'll all show up here on the screen behind me.
Excellent. Well, that's exciting. So, as a teacher, you can preload your lesson if you wanted to, teacher or a business leader, if you wanted to give a presentation. If I'm part of the GXRA, do you think that you guys will in the future have little educational events in here for students that enrolled through the GXRA, kind of an extra benefit of the enrollment?
Oh, for sure. I mean, in addition to the riveting presentations that I could give to an audience of GXRA enrollees, let's not discount that. There are a lot of different social spaces that you can sort of explore within this GXRA realm, and that's cool. Like you could listen to me give a presentation, or you could go play cornhole.
We could
Up to
we
you.
we could bring in
Or you could do both.
we could bring in guest speakers and have them talk to students, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, any number of guest speakers
Uh-huh.
could come and present in this space. Even students could prepare presentations and come do testimonials about how GXRA made it easier for them to find the right classes they were looking for. The same with educators or people from different institutions that partner with GXRA. The space is kind of for everyone who's within the GXRA family at some point.
All right. Look at that. I love the writing feature. That's nice. The dry board feature. That's great. Excellent.
Ooh. Oh wait, I have to see what you wrote. Hi. I also love GXRA. I was just happy that you didn't write anything bad.
Oh, no.
Thanks for keeping it G-rated.
All right. Well, so tell me a little bit like as the GXRA grows, I'm thinking about not just some of the other platforms I saw in the portal doors, but I'm thinking about being a professor, I'm thinking about being a teacher,
Sure.
and how do I interact with GXRA as a professor or a teacher?
Well, there are a few different ways. And so we're really trying to forecast and think about the future and how all these different users can interact with and benefit from what GXRA has to offer. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're a professor of a course that includes XR elements,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have to be entirely taught in VR. It doesn't have to be super meta about a course about how to use VR.
Mm-hmm.
It just has to have some sort of XR element to it. So you can either work through your institution to get
Mm-hmm.
a credit bearing course up on the Global XR Academy Marketplace, or in the future, we want to have more opportunities for individuals, for a professor who has a passion project who says, you know, maybe at my college I don't get to teach this, but this is something that I'd like to, I'd like to use Victory, I'd like to use Engage, I'd like to use AltSpace, create something there, and then
Mm-hmm.
teach it. So they can partner with us, put it up on the site, set how much they want to charge, set how many students they want to have as maximum enrollment,
Mm-hmm.
set the duration of the course, share some details to pique interest, and they can do that independently. So that's one channel that we're trying to work
Mm-hmm.
through as well.
Right.
Not just the big schools offering like an associate program, which
Mm-hmm.
we have on the site right now, which is fantastic. But we also want to have some of these, what we'd say are like niche courses or a la carte courses, one-off courses too. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe it's 4 lessons about some sort of XR experience, and you center, a learning experience on that. You can post that on
Got it.
GXRA.
All
Yeah.
right.
Or
So,
there are a number of different one-off courses that are
what if I'm a
included on the
professor that wants?
marketplace.
What if I want to run my course for free? Can I run my course for free? I mean, I just want to do it for the good of the community. There's a lot of users and there's a lot of free content out there. Can I put my course on your academy for free?
Yeah, we welcome that, and I think that that's the spirit of the marketplace.
Okay.
Um, is to share and provide experiences for people, whether
So
they're educators
it's for
or
everything.
learners.
Everything XR. You can go to the GXRA marketplace. Professor can come and put an individual course as long as he meets the terms and conditions of the course.
Right? Sure,
And
sure.
the institution can offer credit-bearing courses through there as a marketing space, like Coursera. But I know that Coursera actually like takes over the teaching of the course, etc. But really, the GXRA is just a portal to that institution. So you're not taking any control away from the institution, and it's a very light partnership with that institution, right?
Right, sure. I think if you want to think about like akin to an outschool
Mm-hmm.
sort of model, where the educators are the ones who are sort of driving the content that's available, and then obviously the student demand.
Or like
And
the
I,
or like the Expedia model. Like I'm still flying on American
sure,
Air when I purchase my ticket, or United, right? But I purchase my ticket through the Expedia app. So space, and they'll help me, and I get some extra benefits and all of that. So the GXRA is sort of like that for XR material.
sure, yeah. I think there are a number of different um, models that it's kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that it's especially unique now when we think about all of the buzz surrounding VR, XR, MR, AR,
Mm-hmm.
what it all means, and just thinking about the future as there's clarity there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Folks coming to this space just looking for something to help them sort through, um, really not have to go to a bunch of different locations to try to find what they're looking for. It can all be at their fingertips and all within the XR realm, which is really
Excellent.
exciting.
So I can find GXRA as an ongoing VR store in the Infiniverse, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And to get to the Infiniverse, I download the Multiverse app, right?
correct.
And then once I enroll in any course, I can now then access this space, which is where is this space located?
This space is in. Oh Lord, Jay, you're gonna have to help me.
so, so no, so the actual space that's custom built here is in the Remio app. So this is through Remio. And so
Correct.
I can travel between Multiverse and Remio as apps through the portal doors, through a number of ways. And it's just jumping worlds, but I am still, inside of my experience. So that's very cool. Anything else, like if you were thinking of other pieces of information you might want the world to know about GXRA, uh, and about what you're up to and what's your plans for the future. Tell me stuff that at least is public knowledge about your beta version and anybody exciting coming onto your platform that I should
Yes.
watch out for.
Yeah, I think what's really cool about the platform right now, and just it paints like a small picture of where we're going, is the diversity of options that you
Mm-hmm.
have. So we talked about having like these free classes.
Mm-hmm.
There are some free options on the marketplace right now, which is pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there are options for people who are looking for purely academic XR experiences, and we mentioned that associate's degree.
Okay.
Um, but then there are things that might help you professionally, like mediation or preparing for a job interview. We have some of
Mm-hmm.
those options as well. And I think what's really exciting for us as we move forward, and my little avatar fingers crossed here, are
Mm-hmm.
some of the K-12 relationships that we're trying to work on right now. Because there's so much in not not just in the GXRA marketplace, but just in the world of XR, there's such a focus on higher ed that moving a little bit further into this K-12 world, I think is really, really
Mm-hmm.
exciting.
Uh, th-
As you see people
yeah.
pivot from that online experience that the pandemic demanded to these more engaging online
Mm-hmm.
experiences, and that's where VR can really help.
Yeah, and internationally, what you just mentioned about there's a lot of kids, international students that want to take English as a second language, and I saw that you
Sure.
already have that up there. You can do English and VR as a second
Yeah,
language through Simula. I saw their courses all on there. That's very exciting.
a
And
few
then,
different courses
mhm,
too, a few different
yeah,
like levels of how long you're
business
willing to commit. Yeah.
English, career prep. I saw that on your site already.
Yep.
And then uh, what what I would think international students would really like also is micro credentials. Like if I'm an international student in Sao Paulo and I want to take biology focused on cellular structure, and it's a very rare class that's just like only at certain high schools. If I
Sure.
can add that to my high school credentials and get American credits for it when I transfer to a U.S. university, those count.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And so it's bridging a gap between educator and learner, but it's also creating pathways for learners that might not have been there.
Hmm.
Um, or that they would have had to search high and low to try and find on their own versus coming to a single marketplace that has all those opportunities right at their fingertips. So
All right. Well, I think we're just about out of time there. We are at our 25-minute mark for the crowd in front of us. It's
that's
sort of
right.
our goal to not keep two people too long in here, and hopefully they can go explore. Everybody watching, thanks for joining us here every 2 weeks. In this room, we are having these seminars, interviewing different people, interviewing teachers, having guest lectures here in the Infiniverse. And then right behind you, if you look at the door that says GXRA or Global XR Academy, you can go through that door and submit a further inquiry if you're interested in enrolling or partnering with GXRA to put your course up on their marketplace. So, Julie, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Jay.
Awesome tour of your space, and I'm really excited to see what 2022 has for Global XR Academy. Take care, and we'll chat again, I'm sure.